Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am Ayush and in this video we are going to discuss about what is print operation and what is string format method. So let's get started. Print operation is a very important concept that we will be using throughout our course. In the next video we are going to discuss about how to get data from a user or input from a user. These two concepts are very important concepts which you can use to interact with the user. So now we are going to discuss about the print operation. So basically print operation means that you wrote a code and you want to display it on the screen, which is very interesting. Now you can write a code and the output of the code can be displayed on the screen of the user. So let's take an example. You want to print a welcome message. So I'm going to define a variable which is x, and I'm going to open a double quote. So I've created a variable which is x and I'm going to write welcome to this Python course. So I've written welcome to this Python course, and once I run it and view x, it will show me welcome to this Python course. But this is not print on the screen. So whenever you want to print this particular thing on the screen, you can't print it. So if you want to print any message on the screen, you can just write print and open parentheses, and I have made the variable which is x, and in that I have this series of characters. So why we write double quotes? So first let us not look into the print operation. First let us look, why did I add this double quotes? Why couldn't I just skipped it, and if I run it, it will show me invalid syntax. Why? This is because this doesn't mean anything to Python. Now here I'm going to introduce with a new concept which is strings. But I'm not going to go any deeper because I have a separate video on this which I'm going to bring it in the future. But for now, for instance, you need to just learn that what is this, why I have put in double quotes. I have put in double quotes because to make this particular series of characters into a string. So this means, this particular thing means that it's a string is just a series of characters which is used by the programmers. So now when I run it and view x, it will show me welcome to this Python course. So this is just an overview. We'll have a separate video on this as well. So now to print, you need to just write print and open parentheses and write the variable in which the data is stored, which is x. I'm going to write x and run it. I'm going to get welcome to this Python course. But here when we checked what is x, it was showing double quotes as well, a quote as well. But here there is no quote because this is under the string. This particular character is under the string. Once I run it, it will show me welcome to this Python course. And if we write type of x and run it, we are going to get str, and str stands for string. You already know that if I make a variable y and add 10 into it and run it, and if I write type of y and run it, I'm going to get int, which stands for integer, and integer is just a basic number. And if I make another variable which z is equals to 10.5 and run it and view the type of z, I'm going to get float. Why? Because it's a decimal number or a fractional number. This is the same way here. It is a string. String means it is a series of characters. So this video's objective is not to go any deeper into the strings. We have a separate video in which I am going to bring in the future. But for now, let's concentrate on the print function. So now we have learned that what is a print function, and how can you define a string, and how can you print anything which on the screen of the user. So that is pretty much about print function. So the another concept which I want you to introduce is with string format method. So let's take an example. Let's take this example itself. X is equals to welcome to this Python course. But I want to add my name here, which is Ayush. Welcome Ayush to this Python course. So how can I do it? So I need to create another variable. So let me name the variable as name, and I'm going to give equal to sign, and again open the double quotes because it is a series of characters. and I'm going to write my name, which is Ayush, and run it, and it's looking fine. So now I'm going to print. So now basically we have to write the same thing. I'm going to write hello, and I'm going to leave here a space, and I'm going to write hello Python course, and instead of hello I'm going to write welcome, because in the last example we have taken the welcome method. So now here I have left blank. So here I'm going to add my name. How can I add? I need to just add a curly bracket, leave a space here, and leave another space here. So here what we'll do, welcome whomever you are to this Python course. Now after double quote you have to just write dot and write format. So here what it will do, it will just take a format, and once I open another parentheses, and I want to add this particular thing, which is Ayush. So I'm going to copy this name variable and paste it. Once I run it, it will show me welcome Ayush to this Python course. This is what is a format function. So now this is not just that you can add only one thing here or any one thing. You can add more than one name here. So I want here, like I want to print hello Ayush, you are whatever years old. So I'm going to do that, let me copy this again and paste it. And instead of welcome I'm going to write hello, and to this Python course I'm going to delete it and write, and I'm going to write you are whatever years old. So now I'm going to add here, I want to pass along the name, and here I'm going to pass along the age, but I have not defined any variable which is age. So I'm going to add another, I'm going to make another cell, I'm going to add another cell, and I'm going to make another variable which is age, and I'm going to add the number 13. I'm going to write like that only. Why? Because this is not a string. So I'll run it, and here I'm going to write name and comma, and I'm going to write the variable which is age. Once I paste it and leave it blank here and run it, I'm going to write hello Ayush, you are 13 years old. So this is what a format function. Here we can add, here we can just leave a place, and here also we can leave a place, and in front we can add whatever you like. So let's take another example. I'm going to remove Ayush and add here Sam, and I'm going to add 25. Run it. It will show hello Sam, you are 25 years old. Now as you can see, it's showing hello Sam, you are 25 years old, and welcome Sam to this Python course, which is great. Now we are going to use this format method, which is very powerful method. Now we are going to use this throughout our course, which is very important. The last example before we conclude this video. So let's create a variable which is let me pi. So you know the value of pi, which is 3.14, and I want it to print to the screen of the user. So let me create a variable which is pi underscore value, and in this I'm going to add the variable which is 3.14, and I'm going to write print parentheses and double quotes, and I'm going to write the value of pi is whatever, and I'm going to write here dot format, and I'm going to open parentheses, and I'm going to write this particular variable, and so paste it and run it. The value of pi is 3.414. So this is one way. Another way is I'm not going to create any variable. I'm going to just write, instead of pi underscore value, I'm going to write 3.14, which I'm writing directly the number. So once I run it, I'm going to get the same thing. So that was a one way in which you can just name a variable and add whatever values you write, whatever string you like, and once you run it, and you will get it but if you wanted to write directly, I can just write 3.14 and run it. So let's recap what we have discussed so far. We have discussed about how can you define a variable and add a string into it, how can you use print function or print operation, and next we have discussed about the string format method. So that is all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video, and if you are new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.